Good afternoon, everyone. What a fantastic crowd we have today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Carol Gruball. I'm the director of the Knox County Chamber of Commerce, and we are so pleased on behalf of the chamber members, our board of trustees, and all of our red coat ambassadors that you see here today. We want to congratulate everyone in the community for making this happen today. It's so exciting, and thank you for the weather for holding off. So we're just going to get right to it. We appreciate you attending today's ceremony. It's such an exciting event for the entire community and people of all ages. But before we cut the ribbon, we do have a few remarks. So first at the podium, I invite Katie Fiorelli, and she's of CrossFit 1808, and she was on the planning committee as well. So Katie.
So I want to welcome you all to our ribbon cutting ceremony for Harmony Playground. I'm going to try not to cry, which will be hard. I really want to thank you for being here as we have this remarkable moment where we are seeing this dream become a reality and celebrating all of those who helped us to make this come true. As Carol said, my name is Katie Fiorelli, and I am one of the owners of CrossFit 1808 here in Mount Vernon. My goal for being here today is to tell you my why and how this project came about. When we opened our gym about 4.5 years ago, we knew we wanted to start a fitness competition for CrossFitters and have it be for a charity event. At the time, I really didn't know what that would look like and what cause I would want to support. On June 8th, 2015, my oldest sister Jenny had her fourth child, Caroline. And when she called me to tell me the news, like she had done with all of her previous kids, I could just tell something was off. And I remember that conversation very clearly, and I said, what's wrong? And she said, well, Caroline has Down syndrome. To be honest, at that time, I really didn't know what that meant. And my initial reactions were sadness and fear, and I found myself really consoling my sister and feeling almost a sense of grief. Caroline has really taught my family very quickly what it means to have a family member with a disability. And she has brought nothing but joy to our lives. She is truly a blessing, and it's really helped us all understand what it means to slow down and enjoy the little moments with her, because in life in general, because the things we think of that are maybe normal for a kid in terms of walking and crawling and learning their ABCs are something every time she achieves that, it's like a huge milestone, and it's really helped us recognize how important those things are. And because of that, it's helped me also think back to realizing those feelings I initially had are probably more a result of a lack of awareness of what it means to have Down syndrome or just a disability in general. And so that became my cause and my why when we decided to start our first annual fitness competition. In the fall of 2016, I reached out to the Knox County Board of Developmental Disabilities, and I told them my goal and tried to start to talk to them about projects that we thought would be impactful for our community for individuals with disabilities. And when they mentioned the idea of a piece of playground equipment, I thought that was the perfect fit for us as CrossFit 1808. Not only would it allow me to start to bring awareness to individuals with disabilities, it would also fit with our business goals of bringing mental and physical health and wellness to Knox County. That October, we had our first annual Caroline's Classic, and we raised $6,500 that we donated for, again, a piece of playground equipment. Fast forward to the following fall in 2017, and all of a sudden I am on a committee to develop an entire inclusive playground. To state that that was intimidating is definitely an understatement, but the committee that I was on never thought twice and took the vision of a piece of playground equipment and developed it into what you see before you today. This past fall, we had our third annual Caroline's Classic, and to date, we've donated over $31,000 to Harmony Playground. To me, that amount, it's not about the number. To me, that amount is about the people, and that it truly exemplifies how this has been a grassroots campaign. Everyday community members have come to Caroline's Classic the past 3 years, known about this cause, and donated their volunteer time, their commitment to that competition, and just donations in general. And as a result, I think it really just demonstrates what can happen when someone makes those donations and then they can come and see what they actually had an impact on for their community. Caroline is here with us today, and she's over there with my husband, Nick. She can wave and say hi. Hi. So seeing her be here as part of this playground, interacting with children of all abilities, seeing parents, hi Caroline, seeing parents of kids with disabilities and without interacting, getting to know each other, and truly coming together as a community is an indescribable feeling. And this is definitely going to be one of my greatest achievements in my lifetime, and I just cannot thank you all so much for your support of this project and for being with us today to celebrate it.
Thank you, Katie. Up next, I'd like to invite Tammy Rule. She is with the Knox County Health Department, and she also was a member of the Planning Committee. Tammy?
Good afternoon, everyone. As Carol mentioned, I'm from the Knox County Health Department. I coordinate the Creating Healthy Communities grant there, and I'm also representing the Get Healthy Knox County Coalition today, a group that's committed to reducing the incidence of chronic disease in our community. The coalition uses Creating Healthy Communities grant funds to support active living projects, and we are thankful to have been able to contribute to the new inclusive Harmony Playground. We know that regular physical activity plays an important role in preventing obesity, a major risk factor for chronic disease. Research shows that obesity rates for children with disabilities are 38% higher than for those without disabilities. This new play space is designed to allow all individuals to be active, play, and interact. It offers life-changing benefits to many children and families in our community. Careful consideration was given to select the equipment that you see here. We thought about those who utilize mobility devices or have sensory issues, as well as typically developing children. One of the coolest items is on the playground is the inclusive Aero glider. This item encourages cooperation and teamwork. It's roomy enough to hold 2 wheelchairs sitting side by side. And it also has unique stepping platforms on each end, providing an opportunity for even more children to play and increase the swaying fun. For adults, the high back seats provide comfort so that they can also participate. We have cozy cocoons and a dinosaur egg for children who want to relax and perhaps take a break from the activity. Each piece of equipment features a QR code. You can use your smartphone to click on the QR code and find out more about what that piece of equipment can do. The Playground Project has raised significant awareness for the need to consider inclusiveness when building new or updating current recreational spaces in Knox County. Making something accessible will get individuals into the space, but making it inclusive allows for those individuals to interact and engage with one another. It's anticipated that Harmony Park will be a destination, a place to visit, providing education, socialization, and just fun for everyone. The Get Healthy Knox County Coalition is proud to be a part of this project, providing new opportunities for all residents to lead active, healthy lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy. It's now my pleasure to invite Steve Oster, Superintendent of Knox and Coshocton Counties Board of DD. Steve?
I get the fun part. I get to thank everybody. So I got the best speech to give you. Can everybody hear okay? Thank you for coming out today. What a huge crowd. I thought with the rain we'd have 20 people, and look around. It's amazing. So thank you all for coming. We did it, which is awesome. As a community, we did it. I've always known we had a supportive community and was certain the community would get behind something for all children, including children with disabilities. I very optimistically hope that we could raise the funds within 2 years or 3 years to try to build the playground. And I never would have dreamed that in 3 months the funds were raised to build what you see behind us today. The name Harmony Playground was chosen from, we had a Facebook contest naming it. Jerry Kithcart submitted the winning name. Harmony Playground was chosen because of the definition of the word harmony, where old and new blend in harmony. The simplicity of the individual parts focus attention on the harmony of the whole structure. Another definition stated, where the combination of simultaneously sounded musical notes produce chords and chord progressions having a pleasing effect, hence all of our musical equipment on the playground. When you watch children play on the playground, both of those definitions make sense. And you see a lot of adults playing on the playground as well, which kind of cracks me up, but I do see parents going up and on the equipment, which is great. It takes partners in our community to make things happen. And again, thank you for making this dream a reality. I do want to personally thank some people. The core committee, Tammy Rule, who you heard speak, and Katie Fiorelli, who were very instrumental in helping keep this project moving. Jamie and Laura Saunders, their parents of Levi and Ellie, they are here as well, and Levi's going to be cutting the ribbon for us. Dave Carpenter from the Parks Department, and Dave was helpful to make sure we got everything where we needed it to be. Special thanks to Brittany Kuhn from the Knox County Board of DD for her work on the logo, the QR codes, public relations, and so much more. The Mount Vernon News and Knox pages for all of their PR they've given us over the years. The staff at the Knox County Board of DD and the board that hired me for all of their support in this magnificent project. To Joe Laney, Robert Maley, and Evelyn Dustin for collecting money, getting the names right on the signs, making all that happen for us. These are not the permanent signs. We got bumped out of the signs because they had an $800,000 order that took precedence over our signs, so they will be coming soon. I want to thank Andrew Taylor, Sherry Simmons, and Jen Odenweller for all the support on this project. Sam Brony and Mark Odenweller from the Knox Community Foundation for collecting money and paying all the bills. Patty Hobson from Play World, and she was going to be here today, but her father's very sick. She helped us design the playground and pick out equipment, and as we wanted changes, she was more than happy to meet the needs for Knox County. Mark Fritz, he was lending expertise on behalf of Aero Park Conservancy for the installation of this playground. The Knox County Career Center, which I'm very happy is going to be putting cement parking through here. So it's great we get to involve students in putting parking in. John Nixon for providing the sound today, and Sam Miller for providing the drone that's flying around. The Shade Tree Commission planted 10 new trees, so we want to thank them. Also a big thank you to Leadership Knox. If you look around, they took on the project outside of what you see here. They've repainted all the playground equipment over there, the skating park, buildings. So they spent a lot of time sprucing up the rest of the park so it looked really good. And of course, our great mayor, Dick Mavis, Mount Vernon City Council, the commissioners, and the amazing Chamber of Commerce. We wanted this to be a project built from the ground up, and we were happy to receive donations from many, many people and groups for whatever amount it was, large or small. Every donation helped, and everyone should take pride in the ownership of what this community has accomplished. Those who donated $100 or more will have the name on the sign. And we had 4 tiers of sponsors. So I want to read the top 3 tiers of sponsors just so you know. For the 1,000 to 5,000, they were Women's United, First Knox National Bank Division of Park National Bank, Elks Cares, Elks Shares, Mount Vernon Elks, Celestine Watkins, Siemens Energy System Incorporated, Mount Vernon Rotary Foundation, the City of Mount Vernon, Knox County Foundation, Foundation Park Conservancy, Concepts in Community Living, Margot DeCamp, Steve Oster, Cam and Pam Rose, Ian and Charlotte Watson, Creative Foundations, and Gordy and Fran Yentz. At the $5,000 to $50,000 level, we had CrossFit 1808, Caroline's Classic, the United Way of Knox County, Kiwanis Club of Mount Vernon, the Energy Cooperative Operation Roundup Foundation Incorporated, the Ramser family, Licking and Knox Goodwill Industries Incorporated, who's having a grand ribbon cutting tomorrow, so go out to theirs, and Knox County Health Department Creating Healthy Communities. And our top tier, 50,000 and up, the Knox County Board of Developmental Disabilities, the Aero Foundation, Diversified Products and Services, and the Richard and Arlene Landers Foundation. Without all of you, this dream would never become a reality, and I can't say thank you enough. The Knox County Board of DD and Aero Park Conservancy donated the park to the city of Mount Vernon. This is an award-winning playground, and we're actually going to be up for our second award, which I think is great. We believe this is a great addition to the community, and we know people are driving in from actually outside of Mount Vernon, Columbus, Mansfield, to use the playground, which is more business for the community. It takes a community to build a playground, and I'm proud to be a part of this community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steve. Last but certainly not least, I am pleased to invite Mayor Richard K. Mavis to the podium.
Seems like only a few months ago when Tammy Rule and Steve Oster came to City Council, and with them they brought pictures and also the announcement that they were going to build a park, Harmony Playground, although it didn't have the name at the time. They were going to build a playground, an inclusive playground here at Memorial Park. If everyone was like myself, I looked at the pictures. I didn't really have a concept of what this was going to be. But over the last few months in the wintertime, people would come into my office and say, have you been out by there? They're building that park. So I came out and I realized this was more than I thought it was going to be. So about 3 weeks ago, one of those warm days, I came out here. I stood about right here and watched something that I did not expect to see. I saw the microcosm of what society ought to be. Didn't make any difference what color the skin was of the children. Didn't make any difference what language they spoke or what clothes they had on. Didn't make any difference whether they had a disability or not. They were all playing. We had parents and grandparents, older brothers and sisters here that were there watching. Came to my mind that this was much more than just a playground. This was a real gift for our community, the Knox County community, where everyone can gather and we can all take a lesson. So as we break up here and cut the ribbon, I'm sure you'll see things that you didn't expect to see here as far as that cooperation. Children have their own language. I call it the play language. They can be together. I was stood here and watched a father come. He had his 5 or 6 year old daughter by herself. It took her about 10 seconds to integrate into this playground and be accepted. For all those people who made this possible, this is a very big thank you from the city, from council, from the county population, and all those that will visit this for years to come. Dave Carpenter, our street superintendent, tells me yesterday, this has a lifetime guarantee. Unbelievable. Thank you all for coming out today. Hope to see you often in this park, this playground here at Memorial Park. Thank you again, everyone.
Thank you, Mayor. It is very exciting that, again, people of all ages, disabilities, no disabilities, can come together. I hope you'll spend many moments here and enjoy the facility and watching all the children and enjoying their laughter as we've heard today. Are we ready for a ribbon cutting? Excellent. Okay, so we're going to move over here for the ceremony.
We gave scissors to children.
All right, we're going to cut on one, so get ready with those